with devastating effects on the Golden State. The proposed regulation will cripple the survivability of the state's remaining refineries, which will result in California losing the entire industry to this misguided program, read the letter from Chevron President Andy Walz that was obtained by the California Globe. So basically, they're predicting that if these programs continue here in the state, if they're going to continue, you're going to see this the further decay of California right now since Gavin Newsom took over in 2018. Okay, he's doubled the state's budget, doubled it with your money. That's just a fact. So what do we get for Gavin Newsom doubling the state's budget since he came into office in 2019? Well, California currently holds the nation's highest total number of homeless individuals and maintains some of the highest tax rates in the U.S. as of early 2026. Highest raw population. California has the largest homeless population in the country with approximately 187,000 individuals. 187,000 individuals homeless in 2024, 2025. That's probably gone up since then. The state accounts for roughly 50% of all homeless individuals in the U.S. About 68% of California's homeless population lives outdoors, the highest share of any state. You also get the highest unemployment rate here in California. You get the highest income tax in the nation. We're at 13.3%. High tax burden. It is frequently cited as having one of the highest overall tax burdens when accounting for income, sales, and specialized taxes, like Measure A sales tax in LA County, which was aimed at funding homeless services. And we see how well they've done with that. Eric Brenner, Breaking News, Los Angeles. So you're having Gavin Newsom spend twice as much for everyone here is paying twice as much now. And the state looks like this. It's an absolute catastrophe up and down. San Francisco, there was a horrible story. Michael Savage put it up the other day. I believe it was yesterday he put it up, of this random stabbing in San Francisco's Chinatown district. An individual who just was walking down the street and he was stabbed in the back by a random stranger on the street. And when the press tried to ascertain, like, who is this guy? Who is this killer? I believe the man survived, by the way, but he tried to kill him. When the press tried to ask the SFPD for an ID on this guy, they wouldn't put his name out there. They wouldn't release the mugshot because of a law that the San Francisco City Council passed several years ago to protect the individuals, the incarcerated individuals, they call them, the inmates. They didn't want to it was a racially sensitive topic, they felt, where they didn't want to keep releasing people's mugshots after they commit horrible crimes like stabbing someone on the sidewalk at random. So that shows you how bad things are in San Francisco, how bad things are. I mean, these are liberal lunatics making these laws in San Francisco that you can't release the name or the race of someone who, I'm sorry, the name and the mugshot of a suspect who, for fear of racial insensitivity. So it's a very sick thing, what they've done here, and of course, Los Angeles is even worse than San Francisco, as far as I'm concerned. Obviously, it's much bigger. You're talking about a place. 10 million people live in L.A. County, and you have just vagrancy up and down in pretty much every corner of the city, except for Beverly Hills and Calabasas. But I can tell you this: that L.A.'s in trouble. You have people basically crapping all over the neighborhoods there, literally dumping feces in these RV parks, these illegal RV parks down there, up there in Playa del Rey. You know, for a while there, they had them in front of Warner Brothers, and well, what you saw was you know, when we were filming that, when people were actually working in the movie business here in Los Angeles, and they were filming TV shows at the Warner Brothers lot, we would go over there, and there would be an entire row of RV people living right across the street on Forest Lawn there from Warner Brothers. That went on for several months, and it was right below the Avalon Apartments there, where people were paying at that time $1,800 a month for a studio apartment. A big ripoff that place is. You know, they have the deer running up and down the hill there, so they think they can charge you $1,800 a month, and you live on Barham Boulevard there. It is kind of cool, but nothing's going on at Warner Brothers right now. And so when it was happening a few years back, you had this homeless RV encampment with garbage up and down, all lining up the streets, right outside, feces outside the RVs that they lived in, right there on Forest Lawn. And what happened? What did you get? You had to call City Hall. They had to basically lobby City Hall for help. The police wouldn't do anything. So I mean, you know, this state is out of control. They finally cleared it up, and then they moved to another location, to a parking lot next to Universal Studios, and they would have like open campfires in the parking lot. This was across from the Baked Potato, the only real jazz club left in Los Angeles, and this went on for several months. And finally, after several meetings and begging the city council members and the mayor, they finally cleared that lot out. And I mean, it was just dangerous. You had shootings at one point, you had stabbings, all sorts of criminal activity in that encampment. And you know, finally, it just, you would think it would just take that you calling the police or calling this. Their city services to clean something like that up, but it took months. It took months, and it shows you how dangerous Los Angeles really is for good, hardworking people who really move there to have a wonderful life and be part of the industry and be part of the community. And what you see is that vagrancy rules in Los Angeles. The cops are very tepid when dealing with criminals. They're very, very they're nervous. They're neutered basically by Karen Bass, by Gavin Newsom, and the fact that Gavin Newsom is flying around the country with this book, talking with his legs crossed, and you know, his smile. Where is he right now? Why is he in New Hampshire? Why couldn't he do that on Zoom? Because he's campaigning for president, but the state is falling apart here. Anyway, we're going to see what happens here. Honestly, the Fox News published an article the other day. They said there's been millions of dollars a day flowing from California to Florida. You know, I have one foot in Southwest Florida at this point. Who knows what's going to happen here? I mean, the movie business already left. Mark Wahlberg set up shop in Delray Beach. He's got a beautiful place there. We'll see if he starts a Hollywood 2.0 there, because he was going to do it, I know, in Vegas, but I guess they couldn't get it together. So he moved everything to all his interest to Delray Beach, Florida. We know Sylvester Stallone is down there. According to Frank Stallone, he was visiting his brother the other day when he was out filming a movie in Atlanta, and he said that Tulsa King, which is the hit series that Sylvester Stallone has been producing for years now, and is the star of. They have a 600-member crew, and they're filming it in Atlanta. Stallone, of course, also moved to Delray Beach, or at least I know he's in Palm Beach County there. Uh, so the movie business has left. The homeless people have invaded, and the junkies have taken over Los Angeles. The FBI made a gigantic bust this week, tearing up the 18th Street gang. Just they dragged out the wife of the leader of the 18th Street gang. He's been in Pelican Bay State Prison since 1980. And so, like in solitary, the last 20 years after killing some guy at Folsom Prison, I guess. So they took down his wife, and the crimes that this woman is accused of, it's absolutely shameful. That local LAPD again felt so neutered they couldn't go in there and tear this dangerous gang out just apart and root them out. But it took the feds to come in, and they made a tremendous bust this week. So there's a lot of bad crime happening in Los Angeles. There's a lot of vagrancy. San Francisco is it's a drug haven. If you're into drugs, you go to San Francisco. It's always been like that. But it's just now it's out of control. Eric Brenner here, Breaking News Los Angeles. Thanks for joining us here on our YouTube Saturday night special. We're going to stay tuned here. We're going to be following and stay with us for more continuing coverages on these breaking news stories out of Los Angeles. And please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.